Howdy boys, it's MVC and today we're going to be customizing the Benefactor SM722, which is based on the Mercedes-Benz SLR Sterling Moss. If you guys didn't see behind me, I do have a second one over there that I had in my yellow garage tour and I think it looks absolutely amazing, but I did imagine this car in white and wanted to go for a customization that was more, I guess, on the opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of like colors and everything. So we're going to do just that. First up, we have our armor and brakes. For our bumpers, we have a good amount of options here. A lot of black, like speed racing bumpers. I think I kind of like the ones that are a little more colored. I don't imagine this being so aggressive on the front. I could actually see the speed bumper though. I don't know. I think that'll have to depend on if the skirts get changed. But for now, I think I want to lean more towards a maybe like the racer bumper. That one looks nice. Gets rid of some of the lines right there. It feels like it just opens the face of the car more. For a rear bumper, we have diffusers of all kind. I think I just like the standard, or actually I don't know. I was gonna say I really like just the standard diffuser with like a bunch of little spokes and everything, but this one's super clean is the only thing. You know what? I do like how neat it is, so I think that's what we're gonna go for. We could do carbon, but I think on the front right now, the splitter is like black, so maybe we just go with the racer diffuser, match it with the primary color, and it'll look pretty good. For the engine, we're gonna max it out. For the exhaust, let's see, box exhaust, oval, painted, oh, and then we've got side exit exhaust, which doesn't look horrible. Then the back is missing something, so not a huge fan of that. I think I'm just liking the box exhausts. I think it's built for the vehicle, you know, it fills out the space that it needs to. For our hood, we have the speed hood, vented racer, performance, and bulge hood. I don't like that one. I really like the look of the speed hood. I think that's incredibly slick and also like opens up the face of the car, gets rid of those vents on the front end, which might have been a little unnecessary. I don't think we need all of that because there's still vents. So speed hood is perfect. For our lights, we're gonna zine on that. For our livery, I do think that there's a lot of good things that we can do with the livery here. There is a lot of options, none of which look all that great. Wow, I just realized on my other SM722, this was not the primary color. The yellow was like built into the livery. So that was pretty lucky actually, because I didn't realize that. I'd definitely go with like a red or black stripe. I don't hate the look of that. But we'll come back to the livery last, I think. Plate, yellow on black, and then for a respray, I did just want to go with an ice white. I'm sure the vehicle looks beautiful in other colors. Cream, of course, is going to look amazing on it. Very neutral colors is what I imagine on Mercedes vehicles in general. Like a silver would look beautiful as well. Oof. God, that looks good. For the secondary color, it just changes the trim. So if that's not already ice white, we are going to make it ice white. For a trim color, the actual interior of the vehicle. I think we should come back to that after we've settled like fully on our color scheme. So we'll revisit that. I want to hit the rims first because I did say I want it to be like a monochrome sort of build. Anyway, we've got roof bars. Not really digging any of the roof accessories too much. I think these normal headrests or whatever, they look really cool. For our splitters, oh, here we go. Now we can change this. Okay, maybe we should match the carbon in the back. That's probably the way to go. That is really extreme. I like having the splitter extend out a little more in the front, I think. Yeah, like this one. Because if we add that white piece at the bottom, I feel like it's really long sideburns. Too bushy for me. Okay, yeah, I think the way to go is the racer splitter, which is actually not carbon. I feel like we should do carbon. We'll try the black one for now. We'll play around with it. Oh, but it does have highlights all over the vehicle, so I think maybe we should. Oh, we got some really uniquely shaped skirts here. I'm digging that for sure. Like this one, that's sick. I actually really like the arc skirts. I want to try that out. That's super clean. For a spoiler, we can do some lip spoilers, which I actually do quite like the look of. And then there's the arc spoiler, which looks quite nice as well. I will say it disrupts the shape of the vehicle a little bit. And we've got the little bunny ears or whatever, racer spoiler, and then the big wings. Oh, whoa, you can put some crazy wings in this car. That's not really what I'm envisioning. I think something sleek will get the job done perfectly, so I'm gonna go with a primary lip spoiler. Yeah, that's perfect. For the suspension, we're gonna lower that to street. Transmission, max it out, turbo tuned, and onto our wheels. I think the first thing I want to do is change these to black rims. I think that's going to mesh best with the vehicle. And now we can go check out the other rims in the black. Hyperfreshes look pretty good. Of course, Segoys and Mercies will as well. That modern mesh goes crazy. Oh. And of course, the high fives, which I had in my other version, are a fantastic choice. I actually really like this one. It's very outstretched, very Mercedes-like. I think that's the way to go. I think the high fives just look way too good to not pick them. This captures the essence of a Mercedes, the best in my opinion. Tires, we're gonna bulletproof those. Tire smoke, we'll make it black since we're gonna go for a monochrome build, that's likely. And now time to revisit some of the options like the front bumpers. It just looks so clean right now. I really like the way the vehicle looks. It's so crisp. We could definitely rough it up a little bit by picking some really aggressive options, but I don't know, I'm not digging it. I don't think it would look best for the vehicle. I think for the diffuser, we are gonna change it to the carbon racing diffuser. Those outlines look beautiful, very sleek. For a livery, we could definitely throw on just a red or black stripe. That would look pretty clean. Oh, the Racer 11 does not look too shabby with the current build. Red, black, and white, but I do like the simplicity of this vehicle. I think I just want to leave it white. But for the splitter, I do want to go for some kind of trim similar to the rear end. And I think the carbon racer splitter looks quite good for that. And then for skirts, do we want to change that up to match that sort of highlight theme around the vehicle? I feel like we should to be consistent, but I really like the look of the arc skirt. Maybe if that one's, I don't know, maybe it does bulge out like a little too much, in which case we can do the arrow skirt. But in general, I think this is a pretty unique skirt, and I do want to utilize it because it's not something that we get to play with every day. So that's really clean. I think the lip spoiler is definitely the right choice, and that's it. That's the vehicle. Ooh, that's so crisp. Let's take it out. Here's the sound test for you guys. It sounds pretty good. It's got a very low rumble to it. I like it. I like the sound. It's chill. That's a good way to describe it. Anyway, as for this vehicle's performance, the SM722 belongs in the sports class, the biggest class. So of course, that means there is going to be a lot of middle of the pack vehicles in that category, and this one is no exception, unfortunately. It is more on the upper end of middle pack, so it's better, but if you're going to be racing in the sports class, anything other than the GTO is a mistake. It almost pains me to say that every time because there's a lot of cool sports cars in the game that we just can't use because the GTO is too good, but you know, it is what it is. This car does have a pretty good top speed though. It's the 15th fastest with a top speed of 124 miles per hour, which is pretty good for sports cars. And then the handling, I'm actually pretty surprised, is very consistent. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm going to be losing the car a lot. If anything, the back end is a little light for my liking, but it doesn't seem like it wants to go crazy. Very controllable. Here's the off the line test for you guys. I think it's a little slow when you first start the vehicle, like a little slower than it should be, I think, but once it hits like second, third gear, it really starts to pick up the pace. And of course, it's got a good top speed, so I think the different performance aspects of this vehicle seem to work pretty well together. Of course, that's going to make for a better car. If you guys are looking to grab one of these, you can find it under the featured page of Legendary Motorsport for $2.1 million. If you're watching way after the release date, then it'll be under the two-door section. But is this vehicle worth your money? Probably not. I would price this thing like way cheaper. I don't know if I would say half off, maybe like 1.4 million would be good. It's a very cool looking vehicle, very crisp. I think its performance is decent, but it's not enough to justify getting a middle of the pack sports car, you know? Like here we have the LM87 and the Torero XO right next to it, which are only like $800,000 cheaper, and they are extremely high performing vehicles. And the Torero XO is beautiful as well, so I think if you were to go for like a good looking vehicle and you want good performance, I would not invest in this one. That being said, very unique looking for sure. I personally like it, so if that's what you're into, then if you think it's worth paying over $2 million for, go for it. I'm not going to stop you, but I just think on the performance side of things, it's a little overpriced. But that's going to wrap it up for this customization. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, comment down below, and let me know what you thought of my build. Sub to the channel if y'all are new. There will be more videos like this coming out in the very near future, and that's about it. So take care, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace!